are all like, oh my God, is this going to be the same as 2017 with Theresa May? Look what's happening, look what's happening. For what it's worth, I think my Labour colleagues are more correct than my Tory friends on this.
What sort of proportion of them do you reckon, what sort of proportion of them think that Labour's going to get smashed?
Oh, I mean, anyone in the sort of middle, the middle, outside of the sort of city seats, if you're in sort of small town Midlands and North, it's abysmal out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't like Johnson, but they can't stand Corbyn, and they think Labour's blocked Brexit.
Yeah.
So, I think I don't think they're long-term sort of gains for the Tory party, but I can well see them going Tory in this election, and if Labour ever got its act together, they presumably would fall back. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
But on the other end of the sketches, I think kind of middle class graduates, sort of Remainy people, Labour's probably doing well and sort of Lib Dems are probably doing well, but not in big enough numbers to deny the Tories a majority, is what I think.
Well, obviously, just sort of speaking candidly, I'm reasonably confident and certainly optimistic that the Tories will get a majority. But I just think that if Corbyn became Prime Minister, and if it's any sort of basically, if the Tories got anything less than 315, I don't see how he can't be Prime Minister. Even if just for a short while, I just think that the cost would be so. I mean, even on the first 24 hours, sterling goes down from 10 on the exit poll on the Thursday. Stock markets crash, or at least any company that's going to get nationalised, or supplier companies that get nationalised, loses a ton of value first thing in the morning. All the Five Eyes guys, sort of start making noises about pulling back in the morning. That's before he's even got a seals of office. I don't think it's likely. I think it's like a 10% chance, maybe more, of him actually having a workable administration. But the cost is, we've talked about this before. I mean, he's just not up to it. And when I said before about having, and this is just between us, but when I said before about having, tickets booked on the Eurostar for 10 to 11 that night, if he comes in, I'm quite serious. We're trying to work out what we could put in a suitcase if to get out of the country in case there's capital controls or anything.
But I just can't see it happening. So it wouldn't surprise me, for the sake of argument, that if Labour held somewhere like Canterbury because of sort of middle class kind of Guardian reading people, but then the Tories take bowls over of Labour. It wouldn't surprise me at all, because the electoral map is being been going topsy turvy because of Brexit, and because of Corbyn. Question is for Labour, if it gets itself a half decent leader next time round, whether it can reverse and regain its sort of traditional sort of heartland seats. I just can't see how you don't have a majority, to be honest.
Well, I think if Labour had a half decent leader 2 years ago, he'd be 40 points ahead. But is there any reassurance you can give me as to what would sensible Labour MPs do to stop Corbyn actually getting the seals of office on? Is there anything that would happen, or is it just have to sort of hold?
Because we fucked it up. We fucked it up in 2016.
Yeah.
When we went too early, people like me were internally saying this isn't the right moment, but I got kind of ignored.
Yeah.
Went too early, and so now I'm afraid. But I don't think we're going to get there. I just can't see it. I've been out in places like Mansfield and Ashfield, and it's dire for the Labour Party up there in these traditional areas.
What happens if, say tomorrow, Trump comes up with something ludicrous, there's a big swing in the polls, Tuesday next week, Labour's 2 points up. What would you do? Just, sort of ride it out?
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to get there. Just can't see it.
Would he,
It's not going to happen. Stop worrying. It's not going to happen.
if he got in, would he be as bad as I expect?
I don't know. I think on the in the security stuff. I've worked in number 10. I think the machine will pretty quickly move to safeguard security things. I mean the civil service machine.
So you reckon they wouldn't let him see stuff?
But he's going to do it. But it's not going to happen. I cannot see it happening. I just can't see it happening. Not the way things are going at the moment.
I mean, I know what you mean, and I appreciate the point about Canterbury being a bit different. I mean, it's kind of Canterbury's kind of turning into Islington on Sea, partly because of all people coming down from London. That's just demographic change. It becomes a slightly harder fight for us over a couple of generations. I think it'll be tight this time round. I think probably it'll be 500 either way. But yeah, as much as I'd love to sort of see it go the right way from my perspective, I'm more worried about the national picture.
I've been going around these national places. It's dire for Labour. It's dire. And my strategy is just to try and help as many of my colleagues back over the line. Banging on about the NHS in their areas for them, but it's awful for them. And it's the combination of Corbyn and Brexit.
Do you think any of your sort of more moderate colleagues would switch parties or anything if it was close in? Or is it just,
No, I think the ones who are going to do that have already gone.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's not going to happen. I just cannot see it happening. I just cannot see it. Not on the things I'm finding and what I'm picking up. I mean, Johnson and CCHQ would have to massively fuck it up in the last week.
Yeah, I know. But
that might not reassure you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 2017. I remember being up in helping the power standing up there, and for the first couple of weeks of the campaign, it actually looked like he might win. And then the Tories put out the manifesto, and then there was the Manchester attack. So basically, the news all clamped down for 3 days. And the guy I was helping had done a local poll just before and just after that happened, and he went from 7 points up to 7 points down. Yeah, for over 3 days. Yeah. Obviously, those are incredibly rare events, but there's I don't know. Apart from Trump, there's all the things you can't imagine. Like the sort of delay in distribution of school flu vaccines, or whatever it is on your beat. That you must be aware of half a dozen things that could flare up, and same in every department. You know what it's like.
Oh yeah.
So I just really dread the. There's some of the polls now down to 6-7 points, and the Tories, because of the way the seats fall and the majorities fall, they need to be 7 or 8 to get a majority of 1. Really, I just find it. Like I said, I expect the Tories to get a majority, but I'd sleep easier if you could either reassure me on Corbyn not being able to get in, or even just that he's not going to be as bad as. The markets would go and stuff, wouldn't they?
Well, I don't know what they'd do, but look, I can't. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's not what I'm picking up. I can't see it happening because by this point last time, I remember it. People were sort of open. The sort of things that normal people were saying was basically some version of, isn't that Theresa May useless? Some version of that.
Yeah.
What we're saying now is some version of, he's a bit of a. They say he's a liar. That definitely comes up. The idea that he doesn't tell the truth has sort of seems to have struck a chord. But they also say he'll get this. Some version of he'll get this bloody Brexit done. I'm sick of Brexit. He'll get it done. some version of that. And it's a combination of those who want Brexit, the Leavers, but then it's the others who probably voted to Remain or maybe weren't that bothered, but are now just sick to death of it and want it done and put away. And they think that he'll be the person who'll just get it done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If it works out all right, and as I assume we both hope, and there's some sort of workable majority for Johnson, how long do you reckon it'll take Labour to get its act back together and get rid of Corbyn? We talked about this before, haven't we? Obviously, things work better if you've got two decent parties trying to make each other up their games. At the moment, you guys are just all over the fucking place.
I know. Well, that's the thing that a lot of us are, is on our minds.
How long do you reckon it'll take to switch it around? I mean, is he irremovable now because of the NEC and stuff, or what?
Yeah, I think things can change quickly. I think things change more quickly generally now in parties. I think things are more fluid anyway. But anyway, maybe that's a conversation for another day.